Where we
All right, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. We're going to go ahead and get started. You can already feel the joy in the room as Zachary Fisher will be becoming bar mitzvah tomorrow and kind of all weekend long. He'll lead a few things tonight, and we can see they're a noisy crowd, which is great. We love it. We love it. We're going to enjoy this evening. We're going to begin on page 6. Page 6. Let the heavens rejoice and the earth be glad. Yismechu hashamayim, Yismechu hashamayim, Yismechu hashamayim, Betageh haaretz, Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, Umeloho, Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam. We're going to go to page 9. Mizmor shiru l'Adonai shir chadash, ki niflaot asa, Hoshia lo yemino, uzroach rojo. Hariu lifnei Adonai, Yiram hayam u'ro'o, tevel v'yotecha, ay ay ay, yachal harim yadeinu, v'nei Adonai kiva, v'yishbo haaretz, yishbo tevel v'tzedek, Amen, amen, sharim. We're going to be on page 12. Is it a Chavarah Shabbat too? I see. Okay, yeah. One of the newly formed Chavarot is here, all together. Lovely. All right, Romanu on page 12. Romanu Adonai Eloheinu Ze'ishtachanu Ze'ha'kodesho. Romanu Adonai Eloheinu Ze'ishtachanu Ze'ha'kodesho. Ki the David, page 13. Dodi, page 15. We do the first two stanzas to one tune, and then we'll switch to another tune for the last two, and we will skip the stuff in between. Yaminu small deep. Bottom of 17. We hate Boive Shalom, Terevana, Gambesimcha, Umetzola, Tov Emuher, Boikala, we say to any mourners in our midst, may God comfort you with all the mourners of Zion and Jerusalem. Right. We are now on page 19. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, לזמר לשמך עליון, להגיד בבוקר חסדך, לאמונתך בלילות, עלי אסור ועלינו, עלי רעיון וגינות. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, לזמר לשמך עליון. Continue on our own, 19 and 20. Tzadika tamar ivra, Eretz Balanon Yisrael, Sheturim Leveit Adon Natrot Eloheinu Yafrihu Odinu B'Tzeva Yeshenim L'Rananim Yiru L'Rananim Ki Yashar Adonai Turi Belo Lavesh Ramaz Itazar Aftikon Tever Baal Tibot Nachon Kisachad Meaz Malamat Ad Asunerot Adonai Lasunerot Golam Yisunerot Oyam Mikol Mayim Rabim Adirim Mishbereya Adir Bamaron Adonai Elohecha Le'numero Kodesh Adonai Kodesh Adonai Le'orech Yamim. Please rise briefly for the Baruch Hu, 22. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach Baruch Le'olam Va'ed. May be seated. Baruch et Adonai L'Olam Asher B'Maro Marim Marim. Chai V'Kayam Tavim L'Olam Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch et Adonai Amari Baravim. Right, before we do our Avad Olam, we'd like to introduce cousin Melissa's going to come and accompany me and the prayers on the ukulele, some of them. And Avad Olam is the first one.
This is a ukulele.
Yeah, a ukulele. She's got the Jewish star. I should have my Jerusalem guitar out. But.
I gotta give a call out to Danielle, who explained to me that this is in fact a ukulele.
Oh,
I hadn't realized that until you told me.
We have never practiced together at all, so we'll see what comes out. Well, yeah, I understand the loss of capo issue. It's always will the guitar capo work on you for me?
Okay, no, I have a capo. I just lost the pick.
Oh, the pick. I have picks.
Yay! Thank you for inviting me to join you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha ha'aretzah, Amcha ha'aretzah. Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu limadetah, Otanu limadetah. Akein Adonai Eloheinu neshachmeinu, Ureinu nesi'ah b'chukecha, v'nismach b'nivei Toratecha, u'mitzvotecha le'olam. Ki chayenu be'orech yameinu, u'vahem yomam v'layla, yomam v'layla. Ve'amatecha al tasir, Mimeinu le'olamim, Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev amo Yisrael, Ohev amo Yisrael. Should be back up shortly. Page 25, shortly. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, b'chol levecha, b'chol nafshecha, b'chol me'odecha, ve'hayu ha'dvarim ha'ele, asher anochi metzavecha, hayom levavecha, v'shinantam levanecha, v'divarta bam, v'shivtecha b'beitecha, u'lechtecha b'kerech, u'b'shofrecha u'b'kumecha, u'shartam le'ot al yadecha, ve'ayu l'totafot minecha, u'taftam al insuso beitecha, u'visharecha. Continue on our own, 27 through 29. Tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai, v'yitem kedoshim la'echem, ani Adonai Elohechem, asher hotzeiti echem me'eretz Mitzrayim, liot lachem Elohim, ani Adonai Elohechem, Adonai Elohechem emet. Page 32, Machul Tov Ratzon K'Vil Lehem, Moshe ben Israel, Chanashira B'Simcha Rabba, Ve'amru Kulam. Mihi Chamocha, Ba'elim Adonai, Mihi Chamocha, V'dar HaKodesh, Torah Tehillah, Baruch atah Adonai Ga'al Yisrael. Mihi kamocha, ma'elim Adonai. Mihi kamocha, ledar ha'kodesh. Torah tehillah, o sefer lev. Torah tehillah, o sefer lev. Torah tehillah, o sefer lev. There's a lot of Jewishly literate, ruach-filled people in the room from the Fisher family, and if you, but I don't know that Mi Chamocha, you don't, because it was written by a member of our synagogue, the late Murray Davis. So if it doesn't sound familiar, that's why.
Heard it once before.
You might have heard it once before. Yeah. All right, we are going to turn to page 33, Hashkivein. We invite Melissa up once again. Hashkiveinu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, ve'amideinu malkeinu lechayim. Hashkiveinu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, ve'amideinu malkeinu lechayim. Please rise from the Shamru, page 34. Covenant of Shabbat. And the Shamru comes right before the Hatzi Kaddish, just so Zach knows that. Standing for the Hatzi Kaddish, page 35. Zach is going to lead us.
35.
Amen. Madifa Kyote, Bienvenue, Mahute,
Yashikoa. Yashikoa. Pages 37 through 48.
Do you want to tell a story?
After you.
Oh, okay, fine. This is Oseh Shalom, which is on page 48.
There are a few different places, many places.
Bottom of 48.
48 is one.
So, I don't know about you guys, but I do this song with some hand motions. The first line of the song is about peace, which is up in the heavens. So you can stick your hands up straight up, and then you can bring the peace down here to earth, and then you can spread it out to Israel, and then you can spread it out even further, and then we do the letting everybody know about it. Yeah, Rim Ruamin. All right, so I can't do the hand motions while I'm playing, but you got it, right? Oseh Shalom Yirama,
עשה שלום עלינו, ועל כל ישראל, ועל כל יושבי תבל, אמרו hands up high, oh say shalom Yirama, hold down, Booyah, say shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, spread it even further, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru, amen. Hey,
So that Oseh Shalom is known as the Nava Tehillah Oseh Shalom, which comes from a community in Jerusalem, sort of a renewal community that has services not every Friday, I think it's once a month, but they have.
It was hard to find.
It was very hard to find, so they have it, and it's services is not really the accurate word. It's more an experience, and they do bits and pieces of things. They don't do the entire thing. But it was still very beautiful. The music's incredible, the harmony's incredible. But you know what they didn't do when we were there? The Nava Tehillah Oseh Shalom. So I wanted to hear somebody else do it to see if I was doing it like they were doing. So anyway.
Rabbi was very disappointed.
I was very.
Where's the Oseh Shalom?
Exactly. All right, we're going to go right to Kaddish Shalem tonight. So Zach, come on up. Once again, it's on page 53.
Amen. Your mighty fuck your tail, your left mark your tail, how holy your holy new fire, the holy Israel, the God of my how you be real. Amen. Ishkabat, Vipa, Vitraman, Vitnasa, Vituda, Vitale, Vitala, Schmedikusha, the Elam Kovio, Hatavisha, Tachishpa, Hatavilamaka, Dami Rambiama, Inru, Amen. Itkabasa to Home, Utuhon, the Holy Israel, Adamu, the Holy Bishmael, Bimiru, Amen. Yeshama, Baba, Bishmael, Vafen, Alenu, Rubel, Ko Israel, Bimiru, Amen. Yehe Slam. Oseh Shalom, Imamahu, Ya Oseh Shalom, Alenu Veo, Ko Israel, Bimiru, Amen.
Zach, looking forward to much more tomorrow.
Oh, you did so good.
All right, so in place of a sermon on Friday night, there's a lot of guests, but the regulars know we're going through Temple Beth Abraham history through original documents. And right now I am on resignation letters. So the next several are going to blame the board, whatever that means, in various ways, and you'll see. Starting with tonight, this one comes from 1974, and I will not tell you the authors of these. After 15 years of membership, two children went through Hebrew school, celebrating a bat mitzvah, although it's spelled bath mitzvah here, and bar mitzvah, both at Beth Abraham. I find myself sadly in the position of resigning from Temple Beth Abraham membership. I do this without starting a campaign to encourage others to resign. Thank you so much. Yeah. It is with considerable bitterness toward what I perceive to be an unfeeling and unresponsive board of directors I take this step. It is not solely the dismissal of the rabbi, though this is a factor. So I pause for a second. Rabbi Leonard Kahan, who had been here just for 3 years, following Rabbi Harold Schulweiss, his contract was not renewed. He had a rough time here, both following Schulweiss, but as I said, the real reason, even more than that, was the demographics of our community was changing. Jews were moving out of Oakland, and it got blamed on the rabbi, honestly. He was also young and inexperienced, but still, he went on to have an incredibly successful career. It was mostly demographics. Anyway, so it is the lack of explanation to the congregation for the actions of the board and the assumption of the board that the members must accept the decision of the board without an explanation. The silencing of the members of the board who attempted to speak at the board meeting, and the unwillingness of the board members at that time to listen to the members of the congregation that forces me to do this. So apparently half the board didn't get to talk, or half the board was silenced, or some of them were silenced, and there was no input from the rest of the congregation. I've been involved in organizational work for many years and am current vice president of a hospital staff. By no stretch of my imagination would I dare to treat members of the hospital staff in the way you treat members of the congregation. You have made no attempt to heal the breach in the congregation that your actions have created. The sore point is the selection of members who are to choose and select a new rabbi, and this again reflects your lack of sensitivity toward the congregation and unwillingness on your part to heal the deep, he said that already, but he's saying it again, the deep breach that now exists. I feel that by resigning and telling you why, other members of the congregation may be spared from having to take the same step in the future. Sincerely, blank.
They weren't chosen to be on the Rabbi Search Committee, so they resigned from the congregation.
Yeah, perhaps. Now, one thing that you'll notice, I would think, maybe it won't come out through the letters, and some of you might disagree with me, but I found in my years of experience as a rabbi, and not just as a rabbi, as a human being, often when you don't like the result, you blame the process. And also, you got to remember, I mean, believe me, there are difficult boards, and I've dealt with some really difficult boards, not so much here, more in Westchester County, what I'm talking to someone here. But anyway, they know. But, you know, it's still, like, there are volunteers, all right? So, like, to expect the process to be professional and done according to particular corporate standards, not that it goes well in companies either, okay, honestly, but still, it's a tall order, right? It's a bunch of volunteers who honestly don't know what they're doing the best they can. So, for something like this, for dismissal of an employee, for a dismissal of an employee, I mean, ours are amazing, and in all honesty, we have one of the reasons that we're so successful. There are 3 reasons that we have that they didn't have here. One, we've got a very long-term stable staff. We've had the same people working here for a long time, our profession. Number 2, we have good demographics. We've pretty much just grown in the 20-something years I've been here, and I'd love to take all the credit, but, and believe me, a bad leadership, bad rabbi, bad board can screw up things even when they're good. But when you don't have the demographic material out there to help grow your congregation, there's nothing anybody can do about it, really. You think there is, but we have these favorable demographics. And number 3, we've had really good boards since I've worked here. We've had really good presidents, we've had really good executive committees, and they all kind of go together in synergy. But if your demographics are hurting and people are unhappy with the rabbi, the board is going to become dysfunctional because you're not trained for it. So anyway, that's what I see in this letter, and you'll see that in the next couple letters as well. The theme keeps coming up. The rabbi, the board. Why'd you get rid of the rabbi? We like the rabbi. We didn't like, all this stuff. So anyway, but it's fun, isn't it?
Who was the president of the board then?
So it's not directed to, but I believe it was Fred Nauer because he's the first one on it. So we have to go check the chart there. But 1974, I think it's Fred Nauer. Also copied on the letter, just so you know, not the person who wrote it, but you have Fred Nauer, you have Sid Schaefer, you have Leslie Kessler, and Sam Caston. So you probably know all those people, but you might be the only one in the room. And a lot of you know the Kessler family, whose 4th generation is here. So pretty cool. All right, we continue with the Kiddush, page 55. Please rise. Let's invite Jeremy and Francis and Zachary and Beth.
Daddy, you almost messed up the camera. Hello.
It's grape juice. Shabbat Kodsho B'Ahavu Ratzon Imhilanu Zikaron L'Maaseh Bereshit Kilu Yom Tefillah L'Yivrayei Kodesh Zecher L'Tziyah Yisraelim Kivanu B'Charta Ve'otanu Kidashta Mikol Great piece. You may have a choice tomorrow, I'm not sure. And if you are near your children or anyone else you feel comfortable blessing, you put your hands on their heads. And we say, Yisimcha Elohim k'Ephraim v'Menashe, Yisimcha Elohim k'Sara v'Rivka v'Chav v'Leah, Yivarecha Adonai v'Yishmerecha, E'er Adonai panav elecha v'yifunecha, Yisar Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God bless you and keep you. May God's face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May God lift your mind face toward you and grant you peace.
Amen.
Amen. Remain standing for the Aleinu. Page 57 of you can go back towards. Aleinu l'shabel madum hakol v'tezu la'yotzer reishim shalom samin v'yom v'lo samanu v'yisavot ha'adamah shalom sam v'keinu kahem v'gor aleinu k'erchol hamonam v'nachnu korim u'mishachavim u'rodim l'ifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu she'elu b'shamayim v'yotzer haaretz u'moshe kibara b'shamayim ima'al u'shminatu zo v'gam be'meromim u'Eloheinu me'eino v'mepalkeinu v'chesulato hakatu v'torato v'yadata yom asher Ki Adonai hu Elohim v'shamayim ima'al v'al haaretz mitachat Eloheinu. כתוב בתורה תחניים לו, לעולם ועד. ונאמר, לחי אדוני, למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא, יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו be seated as we lovingly recall the memory of our departed relatives and friends at short sight as we observe during the coming week. Think especially today of Richard Bartman, Stephen Bylock, Max Blatter, Maurice Bolton, Frank Cohen, Dorothy Dronsick, Florence Gerstler, Morris Gerstler, Forrest Goldsmith, Phoebe Grossman, Alice Cohn J., Reuben Levy, Eva Liss, Irma Maidenberg, Jessica Manassi, Rose Mauskopf, Pearl Myers, Esther Namulis, Zach Namulis, Simon Nankin, Charlotte Nathanson, Burton Pulse, who the Kiddush Fund and the Social Hall are named for, Milton Rosenthal, Jacob Schiffman, Ida Dorothy Schwartz, Maisie Steckel, Alice Steiner, Pearl Weinstein, Victoria Windler. We're in the Shloshim for Joe Day, father of Tamara Miller, and as much joy as we are experiencing tonight with the Fisher family, they lost a young member of the Fisher family to, I believe, liver failure. His name is Benjamin Pitzer, and our thoughts are with your entire extended family. I'm so sorry. The memories have all been with us. We ask all those who are in mourning and observing Yorkside, as well as anyone else who would choose to do so, to rise for the mourner's Kaddish, page 61. Yikadal v'yikadash Ve'alma Nivrach Hirutei Ve'amlit Malchutei V'chayechon V'yomecha V'chayedecho Beit Yisrael Bagala V'zman Kariv V'imru Yehi Shnei Rabba V'vorach Le'olam Lo Ve'almaya Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitbahar V'yitromam V'yitnaseh V'yitadar V'yitaleh V'yitalal Shemei Dekusha B'richu Le'elam Min Kol Birchata V'shirata Tushbechata V'nechemata Damiran Ve'alma V'imru Amen Yehi Shlama Rabba Mi Shemaya V'chaim Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael V'imru Amen Oseh Shalom V'imromav Uyaseh Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael V'imru Amen Kunam Libracha. May the memory of people you come to say Kaddish for be blessed. Okay, some announcements. After Challah in the back, tomorrow services are at 9:30. Zachary Fisher becomes bar mitzvah. He'll be reading Torah, Haftorah, giving the drash, leading Musaf, leading the Torah service. So
No pressure.
not much. So we're very excited about that. And let's see, we have the normal activities, basically. So I don't necessarily need to announce them. What we do have on Thursday, May 1st, though, we have line dancing with WTBA, Girls Night Out, line dancing. Oh yeah, Karen won't be there, sadly, except not sadly, because she and I will not be here starting Thursday. We'll be gone next Shabbat as well. It's Men Club's Shabbat on Saturday morning. And we will be at the University of Central Florida, Jonah's graduation. A little baby who was just born right when we got here, and for a year or so after. So he's graduating, and as many of you know, he'll be working. He already is in his full-time job. He's working at Epic Universe, which is the third Universal Studios park to open in Orlando. So it's a brand new park. It's not open yet, but their work has started. May 22nd. Although I have been there, they tested out on family members and things. So it's kind of
Approved. And paying guests have started coming.
Yeah, actually, paying guests. If you're a season pass holder now, they're coming too. But it's still in beta testing. But yeah, pretty exciting. All right. So we're gonna have a couple different closing songs. Yesterday was Yom HaShoah, the Holocaust Remembrance Day, and Holocaust. And it's also called Yom HaShoah Ugvura, Day of Remembrance or Day of the Shoah, and also of Strength, because it also remembers the fighters of the Warsaw Ghetto. So we're going to be singing two songs, sort of in that spirit. And Flora, you want to help pass out some papers, or okay? Karen, you want to help pass? No, I think she does. She was comfy on her mom's lap, but still. There we go. Just pass them. All right. So. Sure. The first one I've been doing a few times a year because I want us to know it. It's called the Hishe Amda, and if you know the words, they're from the Haggadah. They're from the Passover Haggadah, but it became a popular tune in Israel about 10 years ago. And it means, no matter how many enemies, there's always been enemies who have come to try to destroy us, but we're still here. God has protected us. And so that's the first one we're going to do. And it's very well known, this song. If you're at a memorial, you'll see people singing it throughout Israel and really throughout the world. The Hishe Amda. Are we mostly passed out now, I think? Or still with us? And the second will be more familiar, probably. Yeah, bring him back up. Thanks so much, Flora. Great job. Yasha, go out.
You made it up.
I made enough. I can't believe it. Okay. Hishe Amda Lavoteinu Hishe Amda Lavoteinu V'lanu Shelo Echad Bilvad Amar Aleinu Lechalotenu, Amar Aleinu Lechalotenu. Repeats. V'hi she'amda lavotenu, V'hi she'amda lavotenu v'lanu, Shelo echad bilvad, Amar Aleinu Lechalotenu, Amar Aleinu Lechalotenu. Ve'akadosh Baruch Hu Matzilenu, Oy Matzilenu, min ha'adam. Ve'akadosh Baruch Hu Matzilenu, Oy Matzilenu, min ha'adam. Da-da-dai, 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 V'hi she'amda lavotenu, V'hi she'amda lavotenu v'lanu, Shelo echad bilvad, Amar Aleinu Lechalotenu, Amar Aleinu Lechalotenu. The second one is probably more familiar, although it's not as popular today, but it's been around a long time, and in the Reform movement, it was even in Gates of Prayer in the book. And it's actually called A Walk in Caesarea, but everybody calls it Eli, Eli, my God, and it's the words of Hannah Senesh, I think written on the walls of her jail cell, but remembering after she was captured behind enemy lines. She was a paratrooper, for those who don't know, an incredibly brave woman fighting the Nazis, captured, and remembering her time walking in Caesarea in Israel, despite all the ugliness of the world, there was still this beauty that she saw. Thank you to our greeter, Sarah and Flora Rohde. Thank you to Josh Milner for allowing the stream to be happening. And thank you to the Fisher extended family. And what ruach, I mean, really, makes such a fun service. Come anytime. Shabbat Shalom.